Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest and most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and on occasion, make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go an update to a video I did yesterday, which was titled, Girlfriend of 7 Years Cheated on Me with Some Jackass Vegan. And guys, a quick recap. This is all about a guy. He was with his girl, his fiancée, for 7 years. When he first met her, like the stars were aligned. It was all magical, all that BS. And they were together for a long time, and he thought that she was great, wonderful, magical, and all that, and they were engaged, and he really was a good guy to her, treated her well. He was working hard at his job so he could provide a good living. And lo and behold, he comes home one day to find her getting it on with, as he calls, the jackass vegan, some owner of a vegan place. And worse yet, with the guy's, well, you saw the video, what he was doing to her. And anyhow, he stormed out of there, and he's done and moving on. And he pretty much threw his old phone out the window, and he's spent time by himself. And now, this is an update as to what was going on, where he actually starts talking to people, and he meets with her the next day to find out why. Because at the end of the video, he was asking why. Why would she do this? I was so great to her, treated her so well, loved her, cared her, was loyal, blah, blah, blah. Why? He meets with her, and you're going to see here when she tries to explain her reasons behind this. And it's, as you could probably guess, absurd. And wait till you see some of her, how she tries to twist things around in the situation, and her reasoning behind all this. It doesn't surprise me, and it won't surprise many of you. But to some people that are new to my videos and this channel, as well as my other channel, you may be a little surprised. But anyhow, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to spoil it. Starts off, he says, "Hello, Reddit. Wow, first thanks to everyone who replied to my original thread. I knew that infidelity posts seemed to go viral on here, but the response was overwhelming. I want to just say thank you to everyone who replied. I'm posting this update because when I'm on Reddit, I really appreciate people that spend the time to tell me how they got on after I've invested in their story. First, just to clarify, I know I came off as a materialistic jackass in my original post, but I don't look down on anyone less off or anything like that. The comments about the vegans, shitty SUV, boots, etc. I said out of anger, not because I hate poor people. Money does mean a lot to me, but my ex-girlfriend meant a lot more. Family, friends, loved ones all come above my work." In the previous story, he was knocking the guy because he was angry, and he came at the house and saw he had a shitty SUV and he had shitty dirty boots that were on the floor and shitty box wine, whatever it was, and making fun of the vegan guy. If that offended anybody, who cares? You can't make everybody happy, and just get over it. They could obviously connect the dots to see he was upset because of what he walked in and discovered with the vegan guy's sausage up his fiance's arse. That's what happened, in case you didn't see this. So this is an update. He says, so it's been about a week now since it happened, and I can just say this, Reddit, I'm heartbroken. I was angry and confused last time I posted, but now I'm just lonely and devastated. I've been taking long walks in the evening, smoking about a dozen cigarettes, and then just finding a quiet place to sob my eyes out. My self-esteem has taken a turn for the worse. I've reconnected my phone now, and I seem to be staring at it, waiting to hear from her constantly, waiting to hear her beg for me back. It hasn't happened like that, though. Oh, imagine that. I get this guy feeling like his heart has been ripped out and stomped into a million pieces. I get this guy needs to vent. I get this guy smoking cigarettes and all that stuff, but you don't want to poison yourself, okay? A lot of people go right to the bottle or drugs or anything like that. Nobody's worth that, you know? Get out there. It's good he's doing long walks. Go walk, exercise, do that. You'll feel better. Get together with friends, family, but don't poison yourself. It's only going to make things worse. He says, the day after I posted on Reddit, I met up with her at a Starbucks to find out some answers to my question. Why? The truth is, she didn't have any. Well, there's an effing surprise. She said that she didn't know why she did it. That she does love me, and that she does want to marry me, but sometimes when she was with me lately, she just doesn't feel like she really wanted to be there. Okay, then break up with him. Then talk to him, communicate, something like that. Don't hook up with the vegan guy in the guy's sack. Then I said I feel like that sometimes, but I don't go out and F waitresses. Then she turned and went all crazy, saying I'm too possessive and that I should have some freedom. She said that cheating happens every day and I shouldn't take it so personally. Unbelievable. She's twisting it around on him and I should have some freedom. Define freedom. The ability to go out and F other dudes? Then why are you in a committed relationship? That's not what you're going to do if you are in a marriage. However, and nowadays, guys, as many of you guys are aware, open marriages left and right nowadays. Okay, we're in Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0 right now, where people are wanting to have open marriages, open relationships, all that. And it's like, then what's the point of being in the marriage or the relationship if you're going to go on F other people? And it's almost always, actually, let me rephrase that. In every story I've done, it's always the woman that proposes this idea. Taking away her freedom. What a load of crap. She's making him out to be the bad guy here. And says that cheating happens every day. What did I tell you about once a cheater, always a cheater? If he gets back with her, she's going to do it again. She doesn't love him. Poor bastard. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Then the tears came, and then the begging. I asked her what is it that she loved about me, and she couldn't say anything beyond the standard cliches. I listed off a huge string of things about her, and finally said, those were the things I loved about you. I told her how betrayed I felt, how I never imagined being in another relationship apart from ours in my whole life ever again. I told her that this was probably the worst thing that anyone had ever done to me personally in my whole life. Good for you. Good for him tearing her a new one. Well, the vegan guy already tore a new one. Her tears set me off, and before I knew it, we were two bawling idiots sat in Starbucks with everyone looking at us. Finally, I told her that despite how destroyed I was, that there were some signs that this was coming anyway. I told her that I don't think she felt the same way about the relationship as I did, at least not in the last year. There's no way she was on the same page as him. This guy was way more into the relationship than he was, and that is never a good thing. The woman, guys, to be realistic here, if you want a good, healthy relationship, it's always best that she is more into the relationship than you. Believe me. A lot of people think it should be 50-50 or what I'm saying is awful. Trust me. And you guys are experienced, know this. She was still crying and I said, Joanne, thank you. Thank you. Some of the best years of my life. And go F yourself for ruining them. I'll send your stuff over tomorrow. You can keep everything I have apart from the ring and my external hard drive. Good. Take back the ring. The next day, a mutual friend went over to hers and dropped her stuff off, and I picked up my external. I took the ring off her at Starbucks. Hell yeah. A lot of women seem to think that ring is a gift. And even if they don't get married, that she should keep it. That's a load of crap. Okay, the guy spends tons of money on a ring, and I say if she turns him down or it doesn't work out, that ring is his. 100%. Since then, well, it hasn't been pretty. I've been smoking so much, I never usually smoke. I must be going through 20 cigarettes a day. That's a whole pack. Dude, stop smoking. I suppose it's better in the short term than alcohol. The worst bits are finding things out that remind me of her. Finding some PJs she left there in the wash. Smelling her perfume walking past a chick in town. Seeing her shampoo in the shower. Coming across pictures on my computer. All of it takes a toll. Well, I don't know what else to put up for now. Any support is appreciated. I'll try and repost to most of you. Or reply to most of you. Well, dude, I'd recommend is you get all her shit out of her apartment. All the shampoo, her PJs, all the pictures off your computer, any trace of her. Get it out there because it's just going to make it hard for you to move on. Okay, because you got to move on at this point. She's a piece of crap. Any chance of potential redemption, she ruined it when she twisted it around and said that pretty much you were stifling her and you weren't giving her her freedom. What freedom did she want? Seriously. And maybe some people say you were too nice, too much of a TV romance guy, but at the end of the day, you weren't a bad guy to her. You deserve better. You're a good man. You deserve way better than this. And there are, believe it or not, some good women out there left. It's rare nowadays, especially in the environment of social media and dating apps, poisoning so many good, once could have been good women out there, and of course the feminist movement. And don't get me started there. You gotta move on. End of story. And it will get better over time. But I would throw out those cigarettes, stop smoking, join a gym, get healthy, eat well, go hang out with friends, go hang out with your family, and all that, and take it day by day, hour by hour. You will get there, okay? And the hell with her. And believe me, one day she's going to wish she had you back and didn't screw it up. But she'll probably come back and be begging. Mark my words. It usually works out that way. Because if a guy completely moves on with his life, the girl usually comes back 6 months to a year or sooner, begging for a second chance because guess what? Her life ain't going anywhere. This guy, the best thing he can do is just move on with his life and do well for himself. And if his relationships are still important to him, which I'm guessing they are, one day he'll do something else and learn from his experience. And pay attention to the red flags and all that, and probably not be so a Disney movie romantic, if you will. Now, I'm going to go through a few comments here. It's always fun to hear those. One guy says, well done, sir. You didn't cave even though it hurt like hell. Respect. Yes. Another guy says, at least you got to have one last conversation with her to get at least a little closure. Now the healing begins. It will suck. It'll be hard for you, but 100% bounce back. Just stay distracted and fake it until you make it, because you will. Absolutely. I've had breakups in my life when I was younger. I've been dumped. It hurts. But you get past it. You move on. You never think you will at the time, but you do. Another guy says, bravo, good sir. I applaud you for having the balls to tell her to go F herself. I can imagine the heartbreak you're going through, but how you handle it from here isn't out of what matters. Purge yourself of her completely. Take a few weeks to mourn what you two had, and then make yourself available again. It's not going to be easy, but you'll find a place where you're happy again. Yeah, and this guy will be happy again, but he's got to, like I said, purge yourself of her. Get all her shit out of the house. Pictures, PJs, shampoo, anything you can come across, get it out of there. I get a professional cleaner to come in and clean the place in case any of her hair's on the floor or something like that. Whatever. Get the pictures off your hard drive so it's not rotating on your computer, because that's not going to help you get over her. And don't go listening to songs or watching movies that make you think of her. That's going to make things even worse. And take it day by day, and you will get better. But unfortunately, this is how it is. And this is why, unfortunately, in a perfect world, you could have your lady and treat her like the queen. You could treat her great and show her love and respect and do her things and buy her gifts and flowers and all that and be the nice guy she claims she wants. But the reality is, when you do that too much, they lose respect. They perceive kindness for weakness. So there's a balance there. And it's far better for the guy to be less into the relationship and have her more into the relationship, because then she's always seeking your validation. She's always on edge if you really like her or not, or how much you love her, if you're going to leave. And if she knows that you can replace her like that you are a catch and other women like you, believe me, she'll be on her best behavior. It sounds awful. I get it, but it's the ugly truth. It is what it is. And a lot of guys that follow me here, and especially my other channel, they don't get that at first. It's hard for them to accept. A lot have called me a lot of horrible things. Then they get some life experience and make the mistakes that I tell you don't do. And then they learn and they change their ways, and then things turn in their favor. It is what it is. So, but anyhow, guys, quick update. I figure you guys want to hear what happened to the guy in the vegan jackass. So, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, you ever come across a great story, something you'd like to share, an article, a story, a personal story, that could be something I could do on this channel, by all means, email it to me. And if it works, I'll certainly cover it. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.